11 News starts with breaking news.
Breaking now, Whitfield officials frustrated. They say they're getting inconsistent messages about moving forward with high school sports. For now, the games are on, but as Channel 11's Mike Holden explains, a final decision is still up in the air.
Will there even be a fall sports season? It's a question the Whitfield wants answered immediately. They're calling on Governor Tom Wolf as they say the guidelines and restrictions keep changing each and every day, and their patience is wearing thin.
Conversations are going to be forthcoming.
Now, Whitfield officials cleared the air this afternoon. League Executive Director Amy Schoeneman laid it all out there at this press conference, calling on Governor Tom Wolf to allow sports this fall. She talks about the PIAA's decision to delay the official start of fall sports and then putting athletic plans on pause for the next 2 weeks. It is something the Whitfield also agrees with. This is all coming on the heels of Governor Wolf mentioning sports should not happen if children are not physically in school, and they should not even start athletics until January of next year. League leaders say they're taking the necessary preventative measures, and they feel sports should happen for the sake of the physical and mental health of all students, despite ongoing outside concerns of positive COVID cases.
What is not being calculated into this decision are the negative and adverse health risks involved with not allowing sports to continue under the established precautions and protocols. Health risks such as isolation, depression, anxiety, obesity, and social losses.
Now, the Whitfield's executive director says she will continue to monitor the situation and check in with Governor Tom Wolf. She hopes to hear more information from him in the very near future. In the meantime, we're working to get an official response from his office for Channel 11 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting this afternoon in Green Tree, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
And more breaking news now. The Allegheny County Health Department just released an update on new coronavirus cases, and they say they've learned of 75 new cases. Those test results date back just 1 week. We had previously been seeing results from as far back as a month in the daily reports. One more hospitalization was also reported. All middle and high school sports are on hold in the Blackhawk School District. A student athlete there tested positive for COVID-19. The student is in quarantine. The health department contacted everyone who was in close contact, and they are isolating themselves as well. All activities in the district are suspended until at least August 24th. The Pirates are staying home instead of taking a road trip to St. Louis. Their series with the Cardinals has been put on hold after new COVID-19 cases in the St. Louis clubhouse. There are 16 active cases, 9 among players. The Bucs' next series begins Thursday in Cincinnati.
My roommates and I are respecting our opinions, and we're respecting our distance.
Students heading back to class at Pitt may be randomly selected to get tested for COVID-19. This has been getting a lot of attention around Oakland. Channel 11's Lori Hoy explains how it works.
As the fall semester is about to get underway, Pitt will randomly select students to get tested for COVID-19 starting on Wednesday.
I think it's honestly a great idea because I personally have known so many kids who have been in contact with people who have tested positive for COVID.
This junior student at Pitt is ready to get back to class, which for her are half in person and half online. She welcomes the safety measure of random testing. So does this adjunct instructor in the College of General Studies.
I think in an abundance of caution, that's a nice idea. You know, we'll see what happens.
Here's how it'll work. Students selected for random testing of coronavirus will receive an email notifying them of the date and time of their test. They'll receive a test kit, self-collect a sample using a nasal swab, then drop it off. Pitt says the test results will be back in 2 to 3 days.
I just think, you know, Pitt's a great school for the medical field, so to get at least started to see how it could spread with such a big school, I think it's a good idea.
Pitt is testing 10% of its students, following the guidelines of the CDC and American Collegiate Health Association.
It's uncharted territory, you know. This is a lot of work for a lot of people trying to figure out what's best.
If a student tests positive, they can either isolate at home or a university-designated facility. On Pitt's campus, Lori Hoy, Channel 11 News.
Temperatures soaring again today. Let's head over to meteorologist Jessica Faith in Severe Weather Center 11. Jessica?
Yeah, and we are looking actually pretty good outside. Sunny, beautiful, but quite warm right now, 82 degrees, which is really where we should be for our daytime high, but we know that we don't even reach our high until later into the afternoon as we continue to heat up throughout the day. So maybe around 3, 4 o'clock we'll see our peak temperature. So 82, again, not the end of the story. Within the next few hours, going to continue to warm up this afternoon, pushing near 90 degrees, and today's daytime high is projected to be 90. So the summer heat is on as we head throughout the second half of the day. Plenty of sunshine, no rain for today, but daily rain chances are on the way for the rest of this work week. We're going to talk more about that in just a few minutes.
Breaking news now, a woman was killed in a gas explosion that blew up 3 row homes in northwest Baltimore. 2 people are in critical condition. At last check, at least 2 other people are still trapped in the rubble. This is a live look. You could see the scope of that blast. Windows of nearby homes were blown out, and you could see debris just scattered everywhere along that block. Police are looking for a shooter after 3 people were shot in Beaver Falls. A Channel 11 viewer shared this video with us. You can see officers outside of Franklin Towers helping medics put one of the victims onto a stretcher. 2 of the victims were flown to hospitals. Police were called to the area of 7th Avenue and 14th Street just before midnight. At last check, no arrests have been made. We're working to see how the victims are doing and what led to that gunfire. For Channel 11 News at 5. An 86-year-old man was hit with paintballs outside his Troy Hill home. His family sent us some pictures, and you can see the yellow paint marks on the garage door and on a black hoodie covered in yellow paint. The victim was outside pulling weeds when someone fired shots from a paintball gun. He's being treated at a hospital. No word yet on any arrests. Pittsburgh police are investigating 3 different shootings that happened not too far from each other. The latest was just before 8:30 last night on Farragut Street in Highland Park. Police found a man shot in the neck. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. About 2 hours earlier, this was the scene on Bennett Street in Homewood. Police say they found a man who was shot in the chest. The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition, and police questioned 1 person there at the scene. And shots were fired about a mile away from that scene. Just after 5 yesterday, we found police along Lincoln Avenue in Lincoln Leamington. The victim in this case was rushed to the hospital before police arrived. Police took 1 person in for questioning. No word on any arrest there. Pittsburgh police released their crime report for the first half of the year, and it shows a drop in crime. There was a 16% decrease in the number of crimes compared to the first half of last year, and there was a 24% drop compared to the 5-year average. However, there was a 6% increase in June compared to the numbers of crimes that were committed in May. 100 people arrested and 13 officers hurt after a night of looting and rioting in Chicago. People took to the streets hours after police were called yesterday about a man with a gun. Officers located a man who matched the suspect's description, and they say he fired at them. The officers fired back, striking the shooter. An investigation is underway into the shooting, which is police protocol. Port Authority workers are angry about a new dress code. It prohibits masks with a political or social messages, like Black Lives Matter. Now the union is speaking out, and they say it violates free speech rights. Channel 11's Liz Kilmer has reaction from both sides, new at noon.
Masks and clothing must be free of political messages if you're a Port Authority driver. That, according to the union, which is fighting back against this new policy, calling it unfair. Bus drivers spotted in plain neutral masks downtown after the Port Authority apparently banned staff from wearing any that feature a protest or political statement, and disciplined 2 employees for wearing Black Lives Matter on theirs. That, according to the union representing transit workers, which is now fighting back, calling the moves unconstitutional. That union sent the authority a letter asking it to change the policy, accusing leadership of otherwise censoring workers and violating their rights to free speech. Riders we spoke with want to see the policy change, including this man with a statement on his own mask.
I wear what I want, they can wear what they want. That's how I look at it.
I mean, it's your freedom of speech, so you should be able to express your own opinion.
The Port Authority tells our trip partners that the policy isn't entirely new, but now includes masks. A statement reads in part, while it may restrict wearing messaging many agree with, it also protects our employees and our patrons from messaging many may not agree with. So what happens if this policy doesn't change? More on the action the union's threatening in a report I'm working on for 5. Back to you.
President Donald Trump's move to create aid for millions of unemployed Americans has sparked a new battle over benefits, specifically how to pay for them. On Saturday, the president signed an order to pay unemployed workers $400 a week. In order to get the money, though, states would have to pay $100 for every unemployed worker. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says that just won't work.
He's saying states have the money. No, they don't. They have expenses from the coronavirus. They have lost revenue.
The president also ordered a deferral on payroll taxes through the end of the year for people earning less than $100,000 a year. Payroll taxes fund Social Security and Medicare. Top U.S. intelligence officials say Russia is once again trying to interfere with our presidential election. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Serena Marshall has the developing details.
Russia is at it again. U.S. intelligence officials telling lawmakers that Moscow is behind a disinformation campaign, hoping to boost President Trump and undermine former Vice President Joe Biden. The top official for the intelligence community's election security releasing a statement explaining a range of measures being deployed by the Kremlin to sow discord and influence the election in the president's favor. But this time, it isn't just Russia seeking to interfere.
Absolutely, trying to access Secretary of State websites and that sort of thing, and collect data on Americans and engage in influence operations, whether it's on TikTok or Twitter or in other spaces. So. No, it's a real concern, but it's not just Russia, Margaret. It's the Chinese don't want the president reelected.
China, U.S. intelligence officials say, would prefer President Trump lose, criticizing the president publicly, while Iran hopes to undermine U.S. democratic institutions and divide the country. China and Iran are reportedly not as aggressive in their election interference tactics as the Russians are, but U.S. intelligence officials say the goal for these foreign actors isn't so much to change votes as it is to undermine the voting process and election results. Reporting from outside Washington, I'm Serena Marshall, Channel 11 News.
It's a neighborhood where you wouldn't expect this to happen then?
No, I'm very surprised about that.
A car stolen after being dropped off at a repair shop. What happened when police finally found it?
Most of my customers come in from off the street.
And that's a problem for so many local businesses because of coronavirus. The reason the pandemic isn't affecting every business the same way.
We're dry today. As a matter of fact, we're sunny, but daily rain chances will return. More on those details coming up.
You're watching WPXI Now, your source for original local shows. All the best things happening in Pittsburgh in one place. Watch 11 Things to Do, Thursday and Friday mornings at 9:15 on WPXI Now and on demand. Our weather can change in an instant. Depend on Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper, to keep you ahead of every twist and turn. Real, clear, accurate. Pittsburgh's chief meteorologist, Stephen Cropper. That's coverage you can count on.
Nobody can read between the lines like Judge Judy.
Crews rescued a woman after a fall at McConnell's Mill State Park. She was hiking with her family Saturday when she fell over an embankment on the Alpha Pass Trail. She is at least the fourth person who's fallen at McConnell's Mills this summer. Jeffrey Hamby fell into the water, and it took search crews 2 months to find his body. The FAA is now investigating what caused a plane to flip over at the Ross River Airport. The Ross River Central Fire Department posted these pictures, and you can see the bright yellow plane on its roof. It had just landed when it veered off the runway yesterday. The pilot crawled out of the plane and had a couple scrapes, but was expected to be okay. A man is facing charges after state police say he went into a Dollar General store in Butler County with a sword. Troopers say at first Kenneth Connor complied with their orders and dropped the sword, but then the Saxonburg man got into a scuffle with troopers when he tried to pick the sword back up. One trooper was hurt. Connor was arrested and taken to a hospital before jail.
It doesn't happen often, so we can't just let one car thief spoil it for others, you know?
Imagine dropping off your car to a repair shop only to have it stolen. That happened at a car shop in Oakland. Channel 11's Michelle Chavez has more on the call the customer got from the shop.
We've all made trips to the mechanic. We drop off our cars and wait for the mechanic to give us a call. But police say that's not what happened at this Pep Boys. They say the mechanic called the customer to tell them their vehicle wasn't there anymore.
I pass here every morning to drop my wife off up here at the Veterans Hospital.
Dennis Jackson says he was shocked to hear that the Pep Boys he stops at on South Millvale Avenue had lost one of its customers' vehicles.
Surprised me very much. Yeah, this is a nice neighborhood here.
Police say a man dropped off his vehicle at this Pep Boys. His mechanic reached out, not to tell him his vehicle was ready, but to tell him it was nowhere to be found. Channel 11 got a hold of this criminal complaint. In it, police described following a blue Volkswagen sedan down to Brown Way before the driver and passengers got out and tried to escape. It was the missing car. Police detained them, searched the car, and found marijuana. They reached out to the owner and told him they found his car. We contacted the Pep Boys corporate office, and they told us in part this was an unfortunate random crime that occurred outside of a Pep Boys location, and we're grateful to the police department for quickly recovering the vehicle. Employees also told us the protocol is to keep the keys of the vehicles they work on in the building. So far, police have arrested 19-year-old Jaden Washington and charged him with receiving stolen property, among other charges. And this customer says he won't let this one crime stop him from coming back.
Probably was just a mishap. You know, somebody, a criminal in the neighborhood, you know. So it doesn't happen often, so we can't just let one car thief spoil it for others.
In Pittsburgh, Michelle Chavez, Channel 11 News.
A fire gutted a home in Wind Gap. Crews were called to Evanston Street late Sunday afternoon. There's no word yet on whether anyone was hurt. Investigators are trying to figure out how it started. Rachel Ray's New York house went up in flames. That fire was sparked at around 8:30 last night and quickly spread to the entire house. You can see here massive flames. It's not clear if the celebrity chef was home, but her spokesperson said that Rachel, her husband, and their dog are safe. Since the onset of the pandemic, Ray has been filming her show from this house. Simon Cowell is recovering after breaking his back. He fell off his bike. His spokesperson says he was testing out a new electric bike at his home in Malibu when he fell. He had surgery that lasted hours because he broke his back in several places. The judge at America's Got Talent will likely miss the beginning of the new season. A legal battle is brewing over mail-in ballots in Pennsylvania. The League of Women Voters of PA and the Urban League of Greater Pittsburgh are suing the Secretary of State's office and several county election officials. They want to change the way the county verifies signatures for mail-in voters. Right now, officials rely on signature matching. The lawsuit claims people who vote by mail aren't being given enough notice if their ballot was rejected because of a problem with their signature.
your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Happy Monday, and what a beautiful start to the day we've had. Now we're going into the second half of the day. We're going to hold on to the sunshine, and we're bringing in more heat. Check it out, 90 degrees. Very summer-like, around the time of year that our temperatures for our daytime high should be trimming downward, especially as we start to approach fall going into next month. But no, we're bringing on the heat today. Very hot afternoon with the dry conditions, but we also have an air quality alert. Code orange, so unhealthy for sensitive groups. Those groups could include the elderly, young children, and those with respiratory issues like asthma. So just keep that in mind. You may want to limit your time outside today. We're going to be muggy today with dew points getting even worse as we go into the upcoming days. So we have a southerly flow pushing in warmth and moisture, so higher humidity being flowing into the area. So quite sticky for tomorrow. You'll really feel it if you're outside for Wednesday and Thursday. Also providing enough moisture to give us even higher rain chances. But for today, if you have to be outside, maybe get some yard work done, maybe you didn't cut the grass this weekend, but you're going to go ahead and do it today, you're good to go. For tomorrow, I would say watch it. Why? Well, we do expect showers during the second half of the day. The morning hours have been looking pretty good, but again, you'll have to keep your eye to the radar and just be weather aware, especially as we go into the upcoming days. I wouldn't suggest Wednesday or Thursday. Those days look like higher rain coverage. You could even see a few thunderstorms those days. So this is what we expect. Scattered showers for tomorrow, scattered to numerous for Wednesday and Thursday. And here's what you could see tomorrow. First thing in the morning, maybe heading out the door, grabbing a cup of coffee, going to grab some breakfast. You look good. Going to continue to look good throughout the first half of the day. Dry for the most part. Could see a spare shower or two. Is going to be in the afternoon that we start to see a little bit more coverage here. Scattered to possibly even spotty showers. So not everyone's seeing rain all at the same time, kind of hit and miss. You'll just have to watch it, especially during your evening commute. You could have some wet roadways out there, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. No severe weather is expected. Now keep in mind that we really need this rain we're about to be getting going into the rest of this work week. We are not only abnormally dry, but also in a moderate drought throughout portions of western Pennsylvania. Here's your 5-day forecast showing that heat continuing to be very high for tomorrow, 90 degrees, a few showers and thunderstorms. We need it. And then that continues for the rest of this work week. Even as we end the work week on Friday, notice as we introduce higher rain chances that we will have temperatures to dial down just a bit into the upper 80s.
Money boards and blessing looms. Those are just a couple of ways thieves are trying to take your money. How to spot the scams. First, concerns over COVID-19 that have state parks turning visitors away.
Here is say Channel 11 News, 11 at 11 all the time.
But this is what it means.
It means you get 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
It means we deliver breaking news, local news happening now, and details about what's happened since 6.
All before the first commercial.
11 at 11 means I'll track storms and bring you your first look at weather before the first commercial.
Channel 11 News, 11 at 11.
11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Watch tonight.
Watch David Johnson and Lisa Sylvester on Channel 11 News 11 at 11.
The nation's largest association of doctors, the American Medical Association, is urging everyone to mask up. The AMA is working with other groups to normalize mask wearing.
Masks shouldn't be a political statement. Our recommendations for wearing masks are rooted in science and evidence.
Last week, President Donald Trump's re-election campaign emailed supporters to encourage mask wearing. In a policy reversal, Family Dollar and Dollar Tree stores are now requiring customers to wear masks. They're owned by the same company, which says the mask requirement is to comply with CDC guidelines. In July, the dollar stores required masks, but then relaxed that requirement just 2 weeks later. State parks are getting overcrowded, and state officials worry it could spread COVID-19. There's so many people visiting state parks that places like Keystone State Park are turning visitors away. Capacity is limited to 75%. Masks are required and social distancing is encouraged.
It's one of those things, but as you see me, I got my social distance. I'm far away, and I love nature, and I love seeing people happy, but, you know, I'm very vigilant.
Officials say overflow parking at the park may close as a way to help turn people away. They're also asking people to look for other, less crowded locations for recreation. Coronavirus has affected small businesses. How shops on one local street are teaming up to bring customers back.
We're dry today. Enjoy it. Moisture will be increasing, humidity and rain chances. More on those details in just a little bit.
You're streaming WPXI Now, your source for breaking news, weather, and original local shows. Murder, mystery, and the missing. Justice Rules profiles real-life crime stories. Tuesdays at 9 p.m. right here on WPXI Now.
Nobody can read between the lines.
She's an 18-year-old girl. She got a settlement. You saw a little money. You wanted a big red truck.
Like Judge Judy.
Shiny, shiny, shiny red truck.
Judge Judy, weekdays at 4 and 4:30 on Channel 11.
Watch Channel 11 News at 6.
Followed by NBC Nightly News at 6:30.
Sunny and hot again today. Let's head back over to meteorologist Jessica Faith with her forecast in Severe Weather Center 11.
Yeah, temperatures really aren't that bad for most right now. Maybe if you want to eat lunch outside in Somerset, you're really looking good, nice and comfortable. Still in the 70s at 77 degrees. Not that bad in Pittsburgh either, 82. But Beaver, you're pushing it close to that 90-degree mark. But most are in the lower 80s as we look at our midday temperatures right now. Now, keep in mind, it's going to be very hot, but we're keeping the sunshine. So you may want to spend some time outside and enjoy the clear and calm conditions before we get our rain chances back for the rest of this week going into tomorrow. But keep in mind, code orange for the air quality. So that could make it quite unhealthy for those sensitive groups out there. And humidity creeps back again with rain chances, but more on those details coming up in just a little bit.
Thanks, Jessica. Main streets are the heart of every small town. Coronavirus has strained that part of the community like few other crises. But the pandemic hasn't affected every business the same way. Channel 11's Jillian Hartman spent the day in Beaver Falls, and she discovered how coronavirus has changed 3 Main Street businesses.
Well, Beaver Falls is a small town. We're on the main drag here in downtown. Up and down 7th Avenue, sidewalks are pretty empty. Even pre-COVID, there wasn't a lot of foot traffic, but now there's little to none, and stores like this one are taking a huge hit.
Because most of my customers come in from off the street. I get a lot of foot traffic as it is, and probably 75% of my customers come because they walk by.
With fewer people walking by her consignment shop, owner Terry Bailey says sales dropped to nearly half. She's alone, trying everything to hold on.
I don't have any employees. It's just me. So if I'm not there, if I get sick, if I have to close, then I can't open and I can't make any money.
Now she and other owners, all with different businesses, have the same goal: to band together to stay open.
We really thought we weren't going to make it, but we're finding some new, silver linings.
Renee Sewer closed her small craft gallery because of social distancing challenges, but she adapted, pivoting her business selling items online from inside her store.
A lot of our customers, they don't want to be online, but we've had to really figure out how to make the online experience something really fun and wonderful, and showcase our products.
Fortunately, her pottery shop is still open to members, and she's now trying to collaborate with other businesses.
When we all work together and we help to build each other up, I think that's where we're going to see these other businesses who are struggling right now be able to pull through and make it.
Allison Hutchins has a furniture store. She also does a lot of interior design. Her business has been booming with a lot of families renovating their homes. She hopes to use her success to help fellow businesses.
And the reality is that when you have several successful businesses in one place, it just brings more people.
The owners tell me they're all in this together. Jillian Hartman, Channel 11 News.
Brighton Rehab has reached a deal to keep a state-appointed manager there through the end of the year. Alair Health Services has been managing Brighton since an outbreak of COVID-19 in mid-May. 73 residents and a housekeeper have died. State inspectors say since Alair took over, they have found no problems. The facility was previously fined more than $60,000 after a federal investigation into its handling of the pandemic. The last several months have really taken a mental toll on a lot of people. Former First Lady Michelle Obama is just the latest to come out and say that she is struggling. Candace Sweat has the message from the mental health professionals.
Sharon Copeland was shocked, never expecting Michelle Obama and depression in the same sentence.
So when I first read that, I went, oh, not Michelle, because she seems so strong.
The admission hit home. The pandemic has taken a toll.
Do I feel anxiety? Yeah, about stepping out and going out to places. I am not ready to do that yet. Do I feel a depression about it? Yes, I do. I cry at least twice a week just to get it off. Just get all that emotional and everything off.
Copeland isn't alone. Mental health has taken a hit, even acknowledged by the CDC. Our normal has been disrupted.
All of that infrastructure helps the mind feel like it has a sense of control over the situation. And with that control comes a healthy sense of security.
Psychiatrist and National Alliance on Mental Illness board member Joseph Guillory says social interaction is crucial to brain health and mental well-being. And recent social issues leave people wanting answers.
But because there is a big question mark, that restlessness comes with it. And restlessness and isolation is, a recipe that doesn't always build construction.
There's hope, though. Guillory says establishing a routine can help rebuild structure.
In the morning, how about I read a chapter of this book, okay? And then after that, let me go for a walk.
And most important, know with certainty
that you are not alone in no way, shape, or form.
Guillory says there is power in admission and reaching out for help.
There are new developments on the mystery disease linked to COVID-19 in kids. According to new numbers from the CDC, there are nearly 600 cases of multi-system inflammatory syndrome. 10 kids have died from it in the U.S. Parents, here's what you need to look out for: skin rash, red eyes, fever, headaches, stomach aches, diarrhea, and vomiting. The median age for multi-system inflammatory syndrome is 8, and a little more than half of them have been boys. 3/4 of the patients are either Latino or African American.
It looked grim when he was in ICU, and I guess I thought that he wasn't going to make it out.
You thought he might die?
Yes, sir.
The CDC reports obesity is a common underlying condition. Schools across the country are working to come up with a safe way to hold classes. For many Catholic schools, the problem is even worse. So far this year, money and enrollment problems forced more than 140 Catholic schools to close nationwide. School leaders fear more could close without help from the federal government. They're urging Congress to set aside money in the next pandemic relief bill for scholarships so families can send their kids to Catholic and private schools. Students in the Diocese of Pittsburgh will have the option to return to face-to-face instruction or take classes remotely. Student temperatures will be taken at home and then reported to the schools on a daily basis, and they'll be required to wear a face mask or shield and social distance. Channel 11 and 11 Cares are helping to make sure students have what they need when they head back to school. The Jerome Bettis Bus Stops Here Foundation will hold a Pack the Bus event this weekend. They're looking for used laptops or tablets for students. The drive is set for Saturday at the Stage AE parking lot from noon to 4. You can find more information on the WPXI.com website and the 11 Cares section. We told you before about scammers taking advantage of the pandemic. This is a new twist to the scams. The warning signs to look out for.
Hi, I'm Lisa Robertson, and we've been bringing you a special version of Local Steals and Deals, where we shine a spotlight on amazing companies and their passionate founders. Small businesses really are the backbone of America, and we need them to thrive now more than ever. With Local Steals and Deals, we bring you exclusive offers from these brands on products that make your life safer, brighter, and more fun at a time when we all really need it. Join us in making a difference. Simply pick up your phone and text USA to 65,000 to learn more.
I like people to be honest, not stupid.
Nobody brings the truth to life.
Is that what you want me to believe?
Nobody can read between the lies.
I'm 5'9", and I have a body like Christy Brinkley. Do you believe that?
Like Judge Judy.
She's an 18-year-old girl. She got a settlement. You saw a little money. You wanted a big red truck. Shiny, shiny, shiny red truck. I still love this job.
Judge Judy, weekdays at 4 and 4:30 on Channel 11. Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Has anyone asked you to join a money board or a blessing loom on social media or in person? The Better Business Bureau says it's a scam that's going on all over the country, and it's costing people hundreds of dollars.
Money experts say the COVID-19 pandemic has scammers busier than ever.
And especially just as a result of the pandemic, with money being tighter for so many people, it's not a surprise that there would be a resurgence in these different pyramid scheme variations through social media, even in a chain letter format through email. And
Caitlin Driscoll with the Better Business Bureau of Western PA says the name of the scam changes, but the end result still means you lose your hard-earned money.
Invitations to join a blessing loom, it's also called, or a money board, have also been circulating just as an opportunity to earn extra money while helping others.
She sent this photo that shows how the scam works. You'll get invited by someone you know through social media. They'll ask you to send a certain amount of money, like $75 or more, to put into a pot with a group of people. The scammers want you to use Cash App or Venmo, and they promise you a $1,000 return on your money. But to keep the money flowing, you have to bring in new people.
As that circle widens, everyone supposedly makes more money. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't recognize that this is a pyramid scheme, and that pyramid schemes are illegal when they're done by mail, social media, through any method when it involves money.
She says people you know might even tell you they did it and they got their investment, but that's a tool scammers use to keep new people coming into the pyramid scheme.
Once people stop participating, then that money supply stops as well. So people end up being disappointed, losing out on the money that they initially invested.
Now, as Ryan Houston reporting, the BBB says do your homework on any investment before handing over your money. And if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. People charged 400% interest to take out a loan, and it's totally legal. Our consumer advisor, Clark Howard, and the one loan that could put you in deeper debt.
Temperatures are heating up this midday, and we're going to keep the heat as we go throughout the week, but adding rain chances. More of what you need to know coming up.
You're streaming WPXI now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now. Every candidate, every voice, every vote matters. From the campaign trail to your backyard, we're talking to the candidates about the big issues and to the voters who will decide the election. Channel 11 News, Decision 2020 coverage you can count on.
What's new?
What's now and what's next every morning
on Channel 11 Morning News.
Disney is cutting back on park hours because it's losing money. Disney World just reopened last month, but after Labor Day, the Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios will close an hour earlier. Epcot will close 2 hours earlier, and Animal Kingdom is shaving off an hour opening and closing times. The parks were closed for 4 months, of course, leading to an 85% drop in earnings compared to last year. The U.S. Postal Service plans to impose hefty fees during the holiday season. The fees could be as high as $3 per package for ground shipments and $4 for air shipments. The new fees comes as UPS and rival FedEx try to offset higher costs from the influx of packages. If your debt is overwhelming you, the idea of a payday loan might be appealing to you, but consumer advisor Clark Howard warns that could leave you in more debt than you already have.
Brand new federal rules green light people ripping you off in payday loans pretty much all over the place. Payday loans are one of the worst inventions ever from the lending industry. It's where you borrow money on the spot at typically 400 to 800% interest. Now, I want you to think about that. You know, a good loan interest rate today is a couple of percent. A lousy interest rate is maybe 25%. These loans start at just under 400%. And once you take one out, you're buried in debt over and over and over again. Just because somebody makes it easy for you to borrow money in one of these payday loans, don't do it. Protect your future. I'm Clark Howard.
Upper Borough supervisors are no longer considering allowing all-terrain vehicles on roads. They floated the idea after Gilpin Township passed their own ordinance. Westmoreland County has the highest number of active ATV registrations in the state, but safety has become a huge issue. State police have investigated more than 100 ATV crashes so far this year. Troopers say several have involved children. At least 4 people have died in the past 2 months. One crash involved a man riding along the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Happy Monday, and our forecast throughout the first half of the day, picture perfect. Now we're starting to really warm up outside. Right now, 82 degrees and quite muggy with that dew point of 65. So warm and muggy right now. That's what we're seeing, mostly low to even mid 80s. Still holding on to the 70s at 79 degrees in Somerset. And then pretty warm there, pushing near 90 degrees. Beaver at 89 degrees. Washington, you're at 83 degrees, and Morgantown 86 degrees. And for those who may want to head outside because it looks so beautiful, keep in mind that we have an air quality alert for you, unhealthy code orange for sensitive groups. This includes the elderly, young children, and those who have respiratory issues. You may have asthma. If you have any problems with pollutants in the air, just keep that in mind. The levels could be unhealthy for you today, even though we are nice and dry. Those temperatures warming up in a big way. Peak of the daytime heating temperatures pushing near 90 degrees. And keep in mind that our average high for this time of year should be in the lower 80s, around 82 degrees. So well below average today. We're going to continue to increase humidity as well. So I just mentioned that we're muggy, very muggy with dew points in the mid 60s. We're going to continue to increase our humidity as higher dew points push into our area. So more moist air pushing into western Pennsylvania. So quite sticky tomorrow. You'll be able to feel it throughout the day. Probably even feeling it now, but getting a little worse for your Tuesday. And then the levels very high for Wednesday and for Thursday. And with our next system approaching tomorrow and then moving through as we go throughout the work week, that's going to help to spark some showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms toward the middle and also toward the end of the week. And we're definitely going to have enough moisture for those showers. Here's a look at your daily rain chances today. Again, we're staying dry. beautiful with the sunshine. For tomorrow, scattered showers mainly during the second half of the day, but if you plan to be outside, just keep your eye to the sky. Download our weather app. We have an interactive radar where you can check the rain and see if it's in your area. And then for Wednesday and Thursday, looking scattered to numerous showers, and we definitely need the rain. Even though it may impact your outdoor plans, we are in a moderate drought, also abnormally dry. In that yellow color that you see there, we're going to get some beneficial rain, maybe not enough to alleviate the drought, but it will help, especially getting these rain totals, but really not the high rain totals that we need. Still under an inch throughout the rest of this week. Temperatures will continue to be high in the upper 80s, low 90s.
Breaking news now, the state health department just put out new guidelines for schools on whether they should go back to class fully, virtually, on a hybrid model, or fully in person. It's based on the incidence rate and percent positivity for the county. It's only recommended to go back in person if the rate is low. If your county ranks as moderate, the state recommends a hybrid model or virtual, and fully virtual if the rate is high. Allegheny, Westmoreland, Washington, Beaver, Butler, Fayette, and Armstrong counties are all listed as moderate, meaning all schools in those counties should be hybrid or all virtual. We'll be working throughout the day to find out more about what this means for local districts, and we'll have that on Channel 11 News at 5. Now here's local steals and deals.
Lisa Robertson here with Local Steals and Deals, bringing you something you are absolutely going to love, because this is going to be an at-home alternative to going somewhere and getting a professional beauty treatment in a lot of cases. This is actually a company called Wrinkles Schminkles. Now, I agree, it's a really funny sounding name, but it's a really high-end beauty brand, and they created these 100% medical grade silicone patches that are so easy for a beauty treatment. Are you ready for this? Here's what you do. You put it on, you go to sleep. Yeah, that's it. You put it on, you go to sleep, and it infuses your skin with all these amazing active ingredients. And not only is it really high end as far as the materials and the active ingredients, but they give you so many ways to treat. So they have one for your forehead, one for your eyes, one for your mouth, one for your neck. That one is reformulated. One for your chest, and one for your hands. What gives away your age? Your hands. We take such good care of our face, and then our hands are going, what? Now you have one for your hands. Any of these options are 30% off, and that is an amazing way to try them and such a great way to do self-care, because none of us have time to make an appointment for the salon anyway, right? Oh, one of the most important things is these are reusable. The most important thing is cleaning them. These come with the cleanser that is going to be super easy, and it's going to make sure that you can reuse them again and again and again. So you just choose where, or treat all the places at once. Forehead, eyes, mouth, neck, chest, hands. 100% medical grade silicone patches that are the easiest beauty treatment ever. You put it on, you go to sleep. Oh my gosh, even I can do that. 30% off on localsteals.com, and the best alternative you've ever had to actually making an appointment, driving your car, rearranging your life. Stay at home, put it on, go to sleep, wake up, look amazing.
Channel 11 Morning News brings you what's happening now.
Breaking overnight, Isaias makes landfall. I'm taking you live to the Carolinas.
What's new?
This morning, those business owners will hold a rally to get the governor's attention.
This group may just give the governor an ultimatum.
And what's next?
High school sports hanging by a thread.
What happens next? That is clearly the big question. The PIAA is meeting again today.
Notice on Storm Tracker, one of these thunderstorms, brief heavy downpour.
Count on Channel 11 News for live coverage every morning.
When you want news from where you live,
Watch Channel 11 News at 5.
The Murraysville Historical Preservation Society is bringing history back to life. According to our partners at the Trib, the group just finished a replica of the old one-room schoolhouse at West Pike Street. It has a fully furnished interior, a new parking lot, and a garden. The original schoolhouse was built in 1836. The Society hopes it educates and entertains folks well into the future. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.